Well, INQUA is the International Union for Quaternary Research. And that brings me once again to this catchy word quaternary. Last time we did hear that the quaternary is a recent part of the Earth's history and it spans from 2.58 million years ago to the present. But how on earth can 2.58 million years be called recent? Talking of which, do you know that the Earth itself is over 4.5 billion years old? So let's put it this way. If the whole of Earth's history were to be compressed into one day, the quaternary, that is, the last 2.58 million years, would represent roughly the last 50 seconds. Not even a full minute in the entire 24 hours. That's why, in the context of the Earth's entire history, the quaternary represents the recent past. Hi, this is Veera bringing you yet another episode of INQUA 2027 India. I hope since our last conversation, you had been closely observing the ice in your freezer and figuring out its vast impact on the Earth. And if not, I will make it sure that your interest level gets a booster dose in this episode. Coming back to the why part. Why is this time period called the quaternary? Well, this is because of an older, now outdated classification system. The term was coined by a French geologist, Jules Denoise, in 1829. He was classifying rocks in France from older to younger categories called primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. The first three terms are no longer in use now. But the term quaternary is still trending since almost 200 years ago. In fact, the International Commission of Stratigraphy made this term official in 2008. The same International Commission of Stratigraphy also recently declared another term official, the Meghalayan Age. Hold on, what are stratigraphy and the Meghalayan Age? Have you started wondering about these two? Don't worry, we will have another episode on them. For now, it's quaternary. The question is, what is so special about the quaternary? Last time, I had told you that the quaternary was a time period of recurrent advance and retreat of glaciers and ice sheets, oscillations in global sea level, and lots of other changes. You got it? These changes are the watermark of the quaternary. Well, INQUA was founded in 1928 to study these global climate and environmental changes during the glacial-interglacial cycles. You must be intrigued by these terms, right? Well, to put it simply, during the quaternary, the Earth experienced a cycle between cold periods called the glacial periods and warmer periods called the interglacial periods. When it was colder, that is, the world was in a glacial period, glaciers and ice sheets expanded in high latitudinal regions all over the globe. And when it got warmer again, these glaciers and ice sheets melted and retreated. This cooling and warming happened repeatedly, following changes in the energy and heat received by the Earth from the Sun. See, I am an enthusiastic traveler and I have visited a couple of glaciers in India. But have you ever visited a glacier? Honestly, in India we have several beautiful glaciers in the Himalayas, which is world's youngest fold mountain belt. The longest glacier Siachen in Ladakh, Yamunotri Gangotri glaciers in Uttarakhand, Barashingri in Himachal Pradesh, and Zimu Glacier in Sikkim, and some in Arunachal Pradesh are to name a few. If I know it well, there are about 15,000 glaciers in the Himalayas alone. Aren't you curious what exactly is glacier? Well, glacier is like a river except that it doesn't have flowing water, but in fact, it has flowing ice. During the glacial, that is colder periods of the quaternary, these glaciers became much larger than today. In fact, not just in the Himalayas, but all over the world, glaciers, ice caps, and ice sheets expanded and advanced in their positions. Because so much water was trapped in the form of ice, global sea levels dropped by several tens of meters and sometimes even more than 100 meters. Why did all this happen? What changes did it bring to the world? And how did modern man evolve in such a precarious and tumultuous context? And how can our knowledge of the past help us to prepare for the future? These are exactly the type of questions that quaternary scientists like to explore. Through their research, they have managed to unearth amazing facts about the Earth's recent past. And we will gradually explore them further in the future episode. Till I, Veera, am back with another exciting episode of Inqua 2027 India. Do keep thinking, wondering, and exploring. Bye for now.